Okay. So recovery solutions. There are four types of trigger events. You can able to find out four types of trigger events. First one is related to the pop-up window trigger event, object state trigger event, test run error trigger event, and application crash. Can be divided into four types: pop-up window, object state, test run error, and application crash. What we need to select now? What type of trigger event we need to select? Everyone can able to view the screen. For this scenario, what type of trigger event we need to select? What happened? Akilar,
Yes, sir.
Adya, what happened? What type of trigger event? Yeah, this one. Which one we need to select?
Test run.
Yes,
Error.
tester and error. The problem related to the tester and error. You know, select
Yes, sir.
the trigger event type as tester and error. What happened, Adya?
Yes, sir.
Divashri,
Yes,
Pankaj,
sir.
Pankaj. Select
Yes,
the
sir.
trigger event type as tester and error. Select the trigger event type as tester and error. Click on next button. What type of error we need to select? Item in list menu or not found. You need to choose any one of the error, not issue. Always choose the item in list menu or not found. Click on next button. See, there are four kind of recovery operations. So first one is related to the keyboard or I will give you the list of elements. Keyboard or mouse operation. Close the application process, function call, and restart the Microsoft Windows. In the name itself, you can able to identify close the application process or keyboard or mouse operation for the application crash. For the application crash trigger event, keyboard or mouse operation, restart the Microsoft Windows or close the application process. Keyboard or mouse operation for the pop-up window, and the test run error. Keyboard or mouse operation for the pop-up window and the test run error. And function call for the object state. Function call for the object state. What about the recovery operation for the application crash, Adya? What about the recovery operation for the application crash? What about the recovery operation for the application crash, Adya?
Once again, sir.
Recovery
Contains.
operation for the application crash. Restart the Microsoft Windows or close
Yes,
the
sir.
application process.
Restart Microsoft Windows.
Or close the application process.
Yes, sir.
Okay. What about Pankaj? What about the recovery operation for the pop-up window?
Close the application process.
For the pop-up window.
The pop-up window, restart Microsoft Windows.
No, restart the Microsoft Windows for application crash trigger event. There are four kind of recovery solutions, no? Recovery.
Sir, keyboard or mouse operation for pop-up windows.
Yes. Keyboard or mouse operation for the pop-up window. What happened, Pankaj? Keyboard or mouse
Yes,
operation.
Yes, sir.
There are four kind of recovery operations. First one is related to the keyboard or mouse operation. Second one, close the application process. Function call, restart the Microsoft Windows. Close the application process and restart the Microsoft Windows for application crash. Pop-up window. For the pop-up window, keyboard or mouse operation for the pop-up window and test run error. For the object state, function call. For the object state, function call. Got it now?
Yes, sir.
What about Nikhil? For the test run error, which one we need to select for the test run error? For the test run error.
Keyboard or mouse, sir?
Keyboard or mouse operation. Okay, Ruchi? Are you okay,
Yes,
Ruchi?
sir.
Yes. Keyboard or mouse operation. Okay. Now click on next button. Select the recovery operation type as keyboard or mouse operation. Click on next button. We need to select the recovery operation type as click default button. Click button with label only for the pop-up window. There is no recovery operation for the application crash and object state. Only for the test runner. For this, we need to choose the option for the test. Click default button. Click default button. Click on next button. Uncheck the checkbox. Add another recovery operation. Uncheck the checkbox. Add another recovery operation. Click on next button. See, these are all post recovery operations. See, these are all post recovery operations. These are all 6 types of post recovery operations. Repeat the current step and continue. Repeat the current step and continue. Proceed to next step. Proceed to next step for the test run error. Repeat the current step and continue for the pop-up window and object state. Repeat the current step and continue for the pop-up window and object state. Proceed to next step for the test run error. See, third one and fourth one we are not going to use. It's not used, not required also. Restart the current test and stop the execution for the application crash. Restart the current test and stop the execution process for the application crash. Post recovery operations. There are 4 types of post recovery operations. Repeat the current step and continue. Proceed to next step. What about the post recovery operation for the test run error? Ruchi, what about the post recovery operation for the test run error?
Sir, proceed to next step.
Yes, proceed to next step. What about Nikhil? What about the post recovery operation for the pop-up window? Nikhil, what about the post recovery operation for the pop-up window? Nikhil, are you there? Nikhil. Nikhil, are you able to hear me? What about
Yes, sir.
Vishwa? Yes,
Yes,
Nikhil,
sir.
what happened? What about the post recovery operation for the pop-up window?
Proceed to next action.
No. Repeat the current step and continue. See,
Okay, sir.
proceed to next action. Proceed to next test iteration. We are not going to use, not required also. Repeat
Okay.
the current step and continue for the pop-up window. Proceed to next step for the test run error. Stop the execution process or restart the current test for the application crash.
Yes, sir.
Yes, no? Repeat the current step and continue for
Crash.
pop-up window and object state.
Yes,
Okay,
sir.
na? What about the post recovery operation for the application crash? For the application crash.
Restart current test run.
Okay. And stop the execution process.
Yes, sir.
Yes, no? What about the post recovery operation for the pop-up window, Tarun?
Pop-up window first sir.
What happened?
Repeat the current step and continue, sir.
Repeat the
Pop
current
window.
step and continue.
Yes, sir.
Okay, what about the post recovery operation for the object state?
Object state also same, sir. Repeat current step and continue.
Continue. Okay. What about the recovery operation for the Test run error. Which one?
Sir, proceed to next step, sir.
Yes. Okay, fine. What we need to choose here? What type of recovery solution this one? Test run error, no? Proceed to next step. Select the post recovery operation, proceed to next step. Click on next button. Specify the scenario name. Specify the scenario name and write the description. In your company, we need to write the description. Click on next button. Select the checkbox add scenario to current text. Select the checkbox add scenario to current text. Click on finish. Finally, save the file name with the extension .qrs, quick recovery scenario. QRS nothing but quick recovery scenarios. Once again, I will tell you the navigation. Don't worry. 1, 2, 3. I'm going to save the file name with the extension .qrs, quick recovery solution. Quick recovery solution. So I will give you the navigation. Don't worry. Finally, save the file name with the extension .qrs, quick recovery scenario. Now run the test now. Will execute. This is about test run error recovery solution. There are 4 kind of trigger events. What are those? Sharat, what are those? What are the trigger events? What are the trigger events? Sharat, are you there, Sharat? Sharat,
Sir, I'm here, sir.
what are the trigger events? Pop-up window trigger event. What happens, Sharat? Object state, test run error, and application crash. There are 4 types of trigger events. Once again, I will show. So let me remove this one. Let me remove this one. Go to the automation. See, file menu, settings. Under the recovery, I am removing this recovery solution. Now again, I am going to add the recovery solution. Activate the menu item resources. Select the option recovery scenario manager. The recovery scenario manager widget will be open. Click on new. Click on next. There are 4 kind of trigger events. Pop-up window trigger event, object state trigger event, test run error trigger event, application crash trigger event. This type of what we need to select now. Select the trigger event type as. Select the trigger event type as
Test run error.
test run error. Select the trigger event type as test run error. Click on next button. Specify the error type. Item in list menu or not found. Click on next button. Click on next. There are 4 kind of recovery operations. Keyboard or mouse operation. Close the application process. Function call. Restart the Microsoft Windows. See, restart the Microsoft Windows and close the application process for the application crash. For the application crash. Keyboard or mouse operation for. Keyboard or mouse operation for. Pop-up window. Tell me, pop-up window
And test run.
and test
Yes.
run error. Object state for the function call. What about the object state for the function call? Select the trigger event type as keyboard or mouse operation. Click on next button. We need to choose the click default button. Click button with the label for the pop-up window. For this, click default button. Click on next button. Uncheck the checkbox add another recovery operation. Click on next button. There are 6 types of post recovery operations. See, repeat the current step and continue for the pop-up window and object state. Proceed to next step for the test run error. Restart the current test and stop the execution process for the application crash. Click on next button. Specify the scenario name. Next. Add scenario to current text. Click on finish. Finally, save the file name with the extension .qrs. By default, saved with .qrs. QRS nothing but quick recovery scenario. Extension and all. At the time of certification, they will ask you for the extension and all. Quick recovery scenario. Okay, na? It's clear for everyone?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Files application open files. Close it. This application is open file. Okay, now you can. Okay, na? It's clear for everyone. This is about test run error recovery solution. Clear?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.